Why the Kia EV9 may be the best three-row SUV car ever released. The 2024 Kia EV9 is like the follow-up to the EV6, an all-electric SUV that just grabs your attention. And the best part? It's got room for 7 and it effortlessly mixes futuristic electric car vibes with that classic SUV look. But this little information isn't enough to satisfy you, right? So in today's video, we're going to delve deeper into the specifications, driving experience, and pricing of this intriguing SUV. The EV9 is getting ready to hit the roads in the US soon. The base version has a 76 kilowatt-hour battery and one motor, delivering about 215 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It takes roughly 9 seconds to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Not too shabby. But wait, there's more. The really tempting option is the all-wheel drive dual-motor version with a bigger 99.8 kilowatt-hour battery. This bad boy boasts 379 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, and can go from 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds when you kick it into boost mode. Now we've got the Range Hero version, which is somewhere in the middle. It's got a single motor and a bigger battery, which should give you around 300 miles of range and 250 miles for the lower tier version. But remember, these are just Kia's estimates, and they might change. The real range will be put to the test by the folks at Edmunds in LA later this year. Even when the rain's coming down hard, you're zipping past speed cameras, loving how the EV9 performs. If you're coming from something like a Kia Telluride, you're in for a real change. The EV9's acceleration is snappy, and it's got this fun quirk where it might jostle your snacks when you hit the gas. It's not crazy fast, but it's on par with the Model Y, especially when you engage in sport mode and feel that extra torque. Oh, and whether you go for the single or dual motor version, it's a big deal. In the Korean model, the suspension is a bit softer, which affected how it handled corners. They're aiming for a nice balance with the US version, something practical but still fun around turns. Now, the EV9 really shines when it comes to brake regeneration. They've even got a paddle on the left side for one-pedal driving. And if you just want to coast, you can turn it off. Speaking of which, the EV9 is loaded with high-tech driver assistance features. They've really gone all out with the latest technology here. One standout is the Highway Driving Pilot, a step up from their existing Highway Driving Assistant. This new system uses LiDAR, radar, and cameras placed all around the SUV, hinting at the potential for some serious autonomy down the line. But of course, that depends on the green light from the government. Kia's even saying that people who get the EV9 early might be in for an upgrade to level 3 autonomy capabilities in the future. Now, let's give the car's exterior a look. According to Kia design boss Karim Habib, it's a fresh EV perspective in the family SUV sector. At the front, you can't help but notice how the car and the logo seem to be a match made in design heaven. It's like they were meant to be together. The sharp lines of the car and its unique character blend seamlessly with the logo. And those digital light patterns and LED headlights, seriously eye-catching. They give off a sophisticated vibe. Plus, the absence of a traditional grille is a clear nod to the EV world, allowing for some fresh takes on classic styles. Moving on to the sides, you'll see the car's length, but its aerodynamic design keeps things smooth, especially thanks to that under tray that keeps things cool under the car when you're cruising on the highway. The wheels, wing mirrors, and door handles all fit like puzzle pieces with the doors, giving the EV9 this sleek look. Turning to the back, it's all about that sweet simplicity. The taillights are the stars here, and the clean rear design lets them shine. That triple point design line, it's a standout. And the logo's back here too. But even though this SUV means business in terms of space, the rear design keeps things functional and sharp. As the Kia CEO, Ho Sung-song, said in a live stream, "In many ways, we consider the Kia EV9 to be the new flagship for our brand. While the Kia EV6 played an important role in repositioning the Kia brand following the launch in 2021, the Kia EV9 moves us even further forward." Next, we'll take a peek inside the EV9 and explore its interior, specifically focusing on the GT line variant. Upon entering the car, you'll notice Kia's focus on spacious, family-friendly design. Though not overly luxurious, Kia's sustainable approach shines through its use of eco-friendly materials for various components, showcasing its commitment to eco-consciousness. Now, let's talk about what catches your eye inside. The center console is pretty nifty with these clever cup holders that remind me of the ones in the Kia Telluride. They've really made the most of the space, unlike some other cars where cup holders seem like an afterthought. And guess what? There's a wireless phone charger in there too. Super handy. Plus, the cup holders are elegant and there's a neat storage compartment, even though it's not the largest. Don't miss the ambient lighting that changes between blue and green, and that's a bit of a fun touch. The layout of the cabin is all about being practical. The storage up front is roomy and there's this open space underneath that's versatile enough for all sorts of stuff. Bags, snacks, you name it. The Kia style is definitely futuristic, which is cool. Okay, there's a bit of hard plastic initially, but the fancier trims of the EV9 have more appealing materials, especially on top. And those seats, comfort city. They're not real leather, but that's alright. The twin 12.3-inch displays are sharp and easy on the eyes, but honestly, the infotainment system might have a few more menus than you need. There's no wireless Apple CarPlay nor Android Auto. Kia's all about plugging in directly. Right under the touchscreen, there's this row of touch-sensitive buttons on the dashboard. You'll need a good press to make them work, unlike physical buttons, but they do make the whole thing look sleeker. They've kept real buttons on the temperature and fan speed, a smart move that many will appreciate. Overall, this setup seems better than what the EV6 has going on. Speaking of the back seats in the GT line, there's also a land trim, if you're into that. So, looking at the rear seats in that one, the infotainment and tech are way better. Kia and its buddies, Hyundai and Genesis, have thrown in a ton of tech, but the buttons were a bit of a puzzle due to their small, similar appearance. Well, they've given the layout a makeover. Bigger, clearer icons for easier use. The middle screen's all about climate control, and just below that, they've moved the shifter around, which opens up space in the console. Most importantly, there's an optional digital rear-view mirror for when your trunk's in the way. Flip it and you get a digital view of what's behind. That's pretty sick. For people checking out the 3-row crossovers, the front seats are a big deal, as are the comfort and convenience in the back, and these front seats, ridiculously comfortable. The land trim model is expected to be pretty popular. Inside, it feels like a cozy living room thanks to those comfy captain's chairs and a flat floor that makes things roomy. They've even thought about the little things, like a map pocket on the door and soft cloth surfaces. The sunshade is a nice touch too. The armrest moves around and there are USB ports all around for your gadgets. The center console has this sliding bin for the back seats. It's not super sturdy, but it gets the job done. The lid has a textured surface for grip, which is clever. Those third row seats, they're power adjustable, so getting to the back is easy. They're not lightning fast, mind you, but they're good enough. In the third row, if you're 6 feet tall like me, you might wish for a little bit more legroom. The seat can slide forward for flexibility with ample headroom and shoulder room. Kia EV9's third row has 2 seats, not 3, for added space. The second row offers a choice between captain's chairs or a 3 across bench for flexible seating. Moving to powertrain and range, the Kia EV9 offers 2 battery options and rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. It has 20.2 cubic feet of cargo space in the third row and nearly 82 cubic feet when seats are folded. Despite being larger than Telluride externally, the interior is slightly smaller. Kia provides short and long-range battery options for the EV9 with rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. While pricing isn't confirmed, estimates put it at around $50,000, sourced from Kia. Kia's North American manufacturing, including Georgia plant and US battery facility, qualifies for the full federal tax credit, benefiting later buyers. Early Korean models might miss this credit opportunity. The Kia EV9 breaks new ground, aiming to redefine standards for design, connectivity, usability, and environmental responsibility, says Habib. So, what are your thoughts on its potential to reshape the market? Would you make the switch to an all-electric SUV like the EV9? Share your insights in the comments down below. And remember, if you're excited about the future of electric vehicles, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more groundbreaking car insights. Thanks for watching.